We just learned yesterday that President Joe Biden is going to step down from running for the 2024 election. He very quickly and subsequently endorsed his Vice President Kamala Harris. We've seen a lot of Democrat Party voices of different types come out and actually endorse Harris almost immediately afterwards as the evening went on. As for you, sir, we'd just like to know where you stand. Are you going to be supporting Vice President Harris or a different candidate going into this nomination process?
No, I'm very excited to support Vice President Harris to be the next president of the United States. I came out very early last night to do it. I think she's an outstanding candidate, and I believe that she's going to make an outstanding president. You know, I've had the opportunity to get to know Kamala Harris over the years. I served with her in the United States Senate. In fact, she was my seatmate, so we sat next to each other in the Senate. I got to know her, and I consider her a friend. She is a woman of character, of integrity, but probably most importantly, just passion. She cares so deeply about this country. She cares deeply about the people that she was elected to serve. And that's why I believe she will make an outstanding president, and why I'm so proud to support her. And I'm going to work very hard to make sure that happens. And obviously, Michigan is a key place. I think it's safe to say that you cannot be the president of the United States unless you win in Michigan. We will be the center of the electoral universe. And I know that when she gets out and people get to see her for who she is, they are going to like what they see. And particularly in the contrast with her opponent for presidency, people are going to understand that Kamala is on their side and she needs to be our next president.
Gotcha. Thank you. And in regards to the convention where such a nomination would happen, I believe I heard that at least one state's delegates already came to their own decision. Do you happen to know of the status of the Michigan delegates as a body, or is that more outside what you're able to speak on in your position? Just if you happen to know in the party delegates specifically, if they're going with the decision yet or not.
I don't know where the party delegates are, but I would say based on the enthusiasm that I'm seeing from folks. In fact, just this morning, being out at events, people were incredibly excited for this candidacy and are fully supporting Kamala Harris to be the next president. And when you look at all my colleagues in Congress, both in the Senate and the House, the overwhelming number coming out very early to support her. This is the kind of unity that we want to see in the Democratic Party right now at this very critical moment. And you're seeing it, happen in real time. That excitement is going to translate into a big victory for her at the convention, and an even bigger victory on Election Day.
Thank you, Senator. Now, even if we take that as a given, there is still, of course, the choice of vice president that will have to be made by the end of the convention. Is there anybody that you think could or should be chosen as Kamala's running mate, if that's how it all shakes out?
Well, clearly that is her decision. And the one thing that I think is really great about this decision is that she's going to have a lot of people to pick from. We have a very large bench of very talented Democrats who would make outstanding vice president. It's going to be a tough decision for her because there are a lot of people that she'll have a chance to pick from. But I'm confident whoever she picks will be the right person. And together as a team, they will win in November.
Gotcha. One name that has trended on different social media platforms in the immediate aftermath is this of our own governor and your colleague in the party, Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Is there anything you can speak on as far as with all this attention on her? Is there anything you can speak on as far as her future in the party, whether it's potentially as one of those vice presidential candidates or a future member of an administration, or just anything else? If you happen to know what Governor Whitmer's future in the party could be.
Well, I'm not sure what that future will be, with the exception that it's going to be bright. She is a very talented governor. In fact, I was at an event with her this morning. She has done great things here in the state of Michigan, and I know that the future is going to be bright for her going forward, whatever she chooses to do. But I know right now she's very focused on being the best governor that she can be. And I will say she has indeed been a great governor and continues to be one.
And just to narrow myself down a bit, if given the opportunity to be in the running for vice president, is she someone you would support?
Oh, she'd be an outstanding vice president. She'd be outstanding in anything that she does in the future. And I certainly consider her a friend, and I know that she's going to do very well in the future. But I certainly also appreciate the fact that she's a great governor here today, and she enjoys the job and does it with distinction and with honor.
Gotcha. Thank you. And just again, off the vice president topic very briefly before we wrap up, just regarding tomorrow's 10 a.m. in Lansing, I'm just going to read it right off the subject line. You're holding a Commerce Subcommittee field hearing on the impact of bipartisan infrastructure law in Michigan, which is to say we've seen a lot of projects that have come down with a lot of federal funds. I've reported on a lot of ARPA fund stories myself in my job. I was wondering if you could just tell us a little bit about what you're going to be doing in Lansing at this field hearing.
Well, this is basically an oversight hearing. I chair the subcommittee that has oversight responsibilities over infrastructure, particularly when it comes to ports and roads and other kinds of physical infrastructure. And I want to make sure that money is being used as effectively and as efficiently as possible. So we're going to have folks from all aspects of government coming in, talking about how those projects have gone forward, what is working, what's not working, so that we can deliver the best value for the American people.
And last question, just to be clear, is it in Michigan just because of your leadership position within this particular subcommittee, or is there anything about Michigan that is particularly worth highlighting in regards to impact from these laws?
Well, I think there's a lot to highlight. I chair the subcommittee, so I'm holding this field hearing in capacity as chairman of the committee. But I'm doing it in Michigan because I believe that we have many great stories to share. And those are going to be lessons learned that other states can take advantage of to also effectively use this federal money in the service of the people in our state and their states.